Alright boys, welcome back to the channel. We are here with episode 2 of our Seattle Kraken franchise mode, and we are finally going to get into some simulation here. If you missed episode 1, we just did an overview of the franchise, looking at guys who we are going to try to grow throughout the year, guys like Shane Wright, Capo Caco, Matty Beniers, etc. And in this one, we're going to take it up to the halfway point, but be sure if you have any thoughts or opinions at the end of the episode, we're going to go through and see exactly who's on the trade block and things like that. So be sure to leave your thoughts below down in the comments. We try to make things as realistic as possible, and part of this GM mode is to get your guys' input. So don't be afraid to leave a comment and let me know what you think that we should do in the trade deadline, and I'll try to make a compilation of all of that at the start of the next episode. But without further ado, let's get the series started. Let's get the season started here in game 1 against the St. Louis Blues. We will jump into it and simulate the game. I haven't done a lot of simulation in this game so far, so I'm wondering how the sim is compared to last year. I wonder if we're gonna have to reorganize our team like we had to do a lot last year. We will find out. But here we go. The first period is 3-0 Seattle Kraken. Chandler Stevenson, Adam Larson, and Jordan Eberle all get on the score sheet. Our captain, Jordan Eberle, of course. Second period now, that's going to be 4-0, and it's Brendan Montour, the new kid in Seattle, getting us up with the third period starting now, and we have a power play opportunity that goes nowhere. Our penalty kill, we're able to kill that one off. And now halfway through the third period here, shots are very even, and I'm loving the way that we are playing. If we can continue to play this way, oh man, we're going to be a threat. And Braden Shen unfortunately does break the shutout for Joey Daccord, but a great game nonetheless. 4-1 for the Seattle Kraken. 3 stars of the night are Joey Daccord with a .962 save percentage, Jordan Eberle with 2 points, and Adam Larson with 1 goal. Amazing stuff, boys. Okay, so that was a great win. I just had to go and do some scouting, but we are now back. Looks like we go on a bit of a 3-game road trip here, so let's see if we can get 2 out of these 3 wins. Maybe that's asking for a little bit much. We do have Minnesota and Dallas, who are both very good teams in the real world. There's a win, though, loss to Dallas, and then a win against Nashville. We are 3-1 to start the year. No complaints from me here. Now, you know what? For old time's sake, let's go and watch this game up against the Winnipeg Jets. We do lose 5-3 to Philly. That is not a great score, especially because Philly shouldn't be a great simulating team. But then we go ahead and we win the next 2. We are 5-2. We are second in our division. The Ducks are number 1 in our division. October hockey is a very real thing, of course. But the rest of the leagues, they look decent, I guess. I mean, the Sens are 0-4-2, tough for them, and the Capitals are 1-5-0. So there's definitely some. It's not 100% realistic, but we try our best here. Now, Winnipeg versus Seattle, our franchise mode from NHL 24. If you didn't watch that one, oh my gosh, it was a very fun time. And, I had a lot of fun doing it, and you guys seem to have a lot of fun with it as well. So here we go. In the Climate Pledge Arena, first period is 2-0 for Winnipeg. They are a wagon. Gabe Vilardi and Needham Niederreiter both score on Joey Daccord. That's okay, boys. Let's come back here. Second period now. There we go. We tie it up. It's Eberle, Schwartz, and Kako getting us some goals. And Cole Perfetti, legend in the Winnipeg series. Absolute legend. Third period begins now. Here we go. Let's Cole Perfetti with his second of the night. Oh, and then Gabe Vilardi with his second of the night as well. And that's a 5-3 lead now for Winnipeg. Hang on, Vince Dunn has something to say about it, though. Can anybody else? Power play? No, yes, we do. Ty Cardi just after the power play. We tie things up. Jaden Schwartz gives us the 1-goal lead. Oh, my goodness. What a game this has been. Dylan DeMello scores. I'm jumping in 3 minutes. Well, here we are, Climate Pledge Arena in a 6-6 tie game with 3 minutes left in it. When I say jump in, I do not control any of the AI. I just sit here and watch. My controller is down as Shane Wright dumps that puck in, and I will only show you guys the fun moments as well. Shifley now with the puck. He has some space, open space. Joey Daccord, though, a huge save from him. And let's see some first line action. Here comes Dylan DeMello down on Jamie Alexiak. Gabriel Velarde on the slot. Joey Decord, though, is equal to the challenge. He makes an easy save. Chandler Stevenson with the draw. He does have quick draw, and he's going to be able to win that one. Now Larson up to Kakko. Kakko over to Stevenson. And I wonder how the second line is doing. Stevenson's shot. Easy save, though, from Hellebuck. Eli Tolvanen. It's nice to have him back in a franchise mode. We had him all the way back in NHL 23's Senators franchise mode, if you remember that. You're an absolute OG. But here comes Kyle Connor. Now Mark Scheifele over to Ehlers. This is a crazy first line. It is not the first line in the real world. That is Scheifele, Connor, and Velarde, but they can still get some points. They all have super high overalls. Dylan Sandberg over to Nikolai Ehlers. Ehlers now to Kyle Connor, one-timer, but a huge save from Joey Decord. And can our first line get out of our zone? It does not appear so. Here's Adam Larson. Send it around the boards, Adam Larson. Okay, he does, but he sends it in an interesting direction. Now Jared McCann goes up. A minute left in this third period now as Matthew Beniers works through the defense. Eberle tries to find McCann in the slot, but that does not get through. And now the Jets come down the other way. Here's Dylan Sandberg over to Nikolai Ehlers. Now Scheifele with the puck. Save, rebound, almost ricochets into the net. But luckily it goes to the corner instead. Scheifele shot. What a sprawling save from Joey Decord. Here's Cole Perfetti. He's coming in alone on a breakaway opportunity. Huge save from Decord once again. Now Jaden Schwartz with it to Bjorkstrand. What a save from Hellebuck. These goalies are just both standing on their heads. I know there's been 6 goals apiece, but let me tell you, this is a goaltending duel here, at least late in that third period. Yanni Gourde wins the draw over to Vince Dunn. Yanni Gourde slot. Oh my gosh, Ty Cardi, hang on. No, we do not get anything, and we're going to overtime, ladies and gentlemen. Now here we go. We're going to be able to look and assess the EA 3-on-3 mechanics. So let's watch here if it's anything like last year. Yep, it's horrible. There it is, already showing its ugly head. As Kyle Connor finds, oh my gosh, Josh Morrissey could have had that perfect one-timer. Here's Brendan Montour up to Jared McCann. He's in alone. What is he going to do? Stick handles to the backhand, and he scores on Connor Hellebuck. Jared McCann, the 40-goal man, all right, was it last year? I don't remember. But he gets his 7th goal in this early season, and it's the game winner to give us the win in overtime. What a game that was, and Kraken fans go home happy. All right, so that win means that we are on a 3-game winning streak here. 3 wins in a row at home as well. So we do face Carolina, then we go out east to see Montreal, Toronto, and then Ottawa. So let's just simulate a week here at a time. I think that's fair. Up against Carolina, this is a tough team, but it's a 4-1 win. That's 4 straight. Now we go to Montreal and we lose 3-0. Okay. And Brendan Montour has been injured with a neck strain. At least it's only until November 9th, so I can edit these lines and get somebody up here to replace him. But that is a rough one for sure. Okay, boys, so these are going to be the lines. We're going to have Brendan Tanev come in as the third pairing D-man. He's making a lot of money to be a third liner, but look, you got to do what you got to do. He has perfect line chemistry, I guess, on that third line. That's something. But the reason we can't bring anybody up is because we are so close to the NHL salary cap that we can't afford to bring anybody up because there is no IR. So Brendan Montour's salary cap will always count, even though in real life it obviously wouldn't. But in this world it does, so we cannot call anybody up because we are too close to that cap. Look at this. Matthew Beniers has 16 points in 11 games. Amazing. Same thing with Jared McCann, and he is scoring. I love to see that. Eberle as well, 10 points. Nice. Second line is doing okay, it seems. Third line now, 4 points for Schwartz. Only 1 point for Shane Wright, and he's a -3. Burakovsky with 3 points. And then this fourth line is doing quite well. Oliver Bjorkstrand does have 7 assists on the fourth line, so let's keep that in mind if things start to go a little bit south. Joey Decord, how are you doing? 913 save percentage. Philip Grubauer with a 923 save percentage. All right, let's switch out and let's go Philip Grubauer for the next game here against Toronto, and it's a 4-2 victory. Nicely done, boys. And we are 8-3 and out to start the year, and we are taking on the 2-6-2 Ottawa Senators. They are brutal. Let's get a win here, even though, because I just said that, we're probably going to lose. But here we go. The Sens, that is of course, it's a 3-2 loss, but then we beat the Bruins, and then we lose to the Avs. So Jared McCann is fully back, so I'll get him into the lineup. But the last couple of games, ebbs and flows, if you will, no pun intended here. I guess I can make a lot of water puns, huh? That would be interesting. We'll get Brandon Montour out of there Brendan Tanev out of there for Brendan Montour. A lot of Brennans on this team, and we'll go with the lines that we know and love, of course, that have been the best for us. This second line is doing great things. They are plus 11 and plus 12 respectively. Wow, amazing stuff, boys. And now let me stop the sim. I don't know if you still have to do that in this game. But yeah, the last couple of games were 9-5-0. We are still pretty safely in our divisional spot, at least by 3 points, although the Ducks do have 2 games in hand on us. We're only 1 point away from that divisional lead. And looking at the wild card, it looks like the wild card is pretty securely at 15 points, so we're looking okay for the playoffs for now. Let's go ahead and watch this Chicago game, I guess. They are 6-8-1. Vegas are 7-6. This is a big game, and we lose that one 9-5 in a barn burner. Oh my goodness. Then at Columbus, that's an 8-1 win. Okay, what the heck happened in these 2 games? Let's take a look. Thanks to EA, finally. Should they really be praised for this? I don't know, but it's about dang time that we can now go ahead and take a look, so we can jump into the box scores and see what the heck happened in our last couple of games. So 8-1 victory against Columbus. Who are the 3 stars of the night? Bjorkstrand with 3 points, Kako with 3 points, Stevenson with 2 points, so the second line went crazy. And then who else was in here? Adam Larsson had 2 assists. Chandler Stevenson had 2 points. Jared McCann had 2 assists. Brendan Montour had 2 assists. He was a -1 somehow. Eli Tolvanen with 2. Matty Beniers with 2 goals. Okay, so everybody was getting in on the action. Only 4 players didn't have any points in that game. Crazy scoring from us, 8-1. But then a couple of nights earlier, we lost. Where is it? 9-5. Where's the 9-5 loss? Hang on. Here it is up here, up against Vegas. We lost 9-5. So what happened in this one? Jack Eichel went crazy on us. Olofsson with 3 goals, a hat trick. Noah Hannafin with 4 assists. Mark Stone with 3 points. Who was terrorizing us here? I guess Thomas Hertl had 3 points. Jack Eichel had 3 points. Zach Whitecloud had 3 points. Oh my god, so they had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 players with 3 or more points. 7 players and a multi-point night. Zach Whitecloud and Noah Hannafin were +7. Jeez, man, we got smoked by these guys. Holy cow. Alright, so that is that. Now we can go in and we can take a look at this Chicago game. We will watch this one, and then I'll have to do the scouting. I believe on the 16th is when my scouting is up, so let's get this. We're 10-6-0. We're facing the 6-9-1 Blackhawks. We get to see Connor Bedard in our building, all that jazz. Here we go. I feel like Chicago could simulate very well. If you watched Winnipeg, again, if you watched the Winnipeg franchise mode, oh, we have some stories about Chicago, let me tell you. But we are Seattle now. Things are different. Here we go. First period, 2-1 for us. Jaden Schwartz and Brendan Montour both score. Ilya Mikheyev gets 1 on Joey Decour's shots. Are 15-4 for us. I love to see that. Second period now. Oh my days. Bedard and Ryan Donato both score. And this is a 3-2 game somehow, even though it feels like we should be dominating them. Third period is underway, and Adam Larsson scores short-handed on Peter Mrazek. That is a very Chicago Blackhawks style. I love to see that. 10 minutes remain or so here. Power play opportunity for us, and Brendan Montour gets his second power play goal of the night to give us a 1-goal lead here. Shots are almost 40-23 for us, and that Brendan Montour goal is going to seal the deal here, give us the victory, as we have 43 shots on Peter Mrazek. Brendan Montour scored 2 goals, Bjorkstrand with 2 assists, Adam Larsson with 1 goal. We're getting a lot of goals from our defense, and I am totally here for it. That's a great win, guys. Gets us back on the win horse, and hopefully we can continue that momentum on this little homestand. All right, so we have the next 2 games up against both teams from New York. Here we go. The Islanders have a horrible record, so we will, of course, lose to them. And then the Rangers have a great record, and we lost to them. That's fair enough. We are now 3rd in our division. The Golden Knights are 2nd. Yeah, we are starting to slip just a little bit here in our conferences, and we do have the wild card spot is at 19 points, so you know we have a bit of room for error, but not too much. Okay, so let me simulate just this last game here up against the Nashville Predators, and then we can take a look at the lines and the stats and stuff and see what's going wrong, how we can improve a little bit here. That's a 2-1 win. That's a big win as well. It puts us 2nd in our division, 1 point ahead of the Kings. Yeah, look at this. From 2nd till 4th place in our division is 1 point separating us. So this is a really tight division so far between us, the Kings, the Golden Knights, and the Oilers are in it too even. We can still get that 1st place. So yeah, let's take a look at the stats. So here we go. I love to see that the first line is doing their thing. Jared McCann, 23 points plus 6. Matthew Beniers, 22 points plus 7. Great stuff. Even Brendan Montour is above point per game, 18 points in 17 games played, plus 1. I'll take it. Oliver Bjorkstrand, wow, playing like third line time, has 18 points in 20 games. Amazing. Chandler Stevenson has 16 points in 20 games. Yanni Gord has 14. He's on the fourth line. Eli Tolvanen on the second line with only 13. Jordan Eberle with 12. Okay, but the first line is not really the problem here. Adam Larson is doing great things. 11 points and he's plus 11. Capo Caco, only 11 points minus 3 on the second line. So yeah, maybe we should get Bjorkstrand up to the second line, Kako down to the third line. I'm not too sure. Vince Dunn, only 8 points minus 2. Maybe we switch up the D pairings a little bit. Jaden Shore and Andrei Burakovsky. Shane Wright has only 6 points. He's a minus 6. Yikes. Ty Cardy's plus 9. So the fourth line is really doing quite good. Quite good indeed. And Brendan Montour played 3 games. He had 1 point. Okay, I'm starting to see some things here. Our middle six is struggling a little bit. I got to get Philip Grubauer some more games in because he has a great record, whereas Joey Daccord doesn't, or sorry, doesn't have a great record, but he's 920 save percentage. Joey Daccord, on the other hand, 901 save percentage. So let me get some games to Philip Grubauer, and let me also switch up the lines a little bit. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to switch the right side. Bjorkstrand's going to come up to the second line. Kako is going to drop to the third line, and Burakovsky is going to drop to the fourth line. Okay, just a little bit of a switch up here. Maybe it'll help for Shane Wright to play with Kako. I'm not entirely sure, but we will see that because Bjorkstrand is doing so well. He had 18 points in 20 games on the fourth line, so we got to give him some more ice time. And then over here on D, I'm thinking of switching Vince Dunn and Alexiak. But I don't know. That might be too much for Alexiak to play those big minutes like that. So maybe we go Vince Dunn and Adam Larson. Yeah, I'm not sure though, man. I'm really not too sure. Well, okay, we'll just do this for one game. We'll split up Montour and Dunn. For like, we'll do these lines for like 5 games, and we'll see how we do, what our record looks like after 5 games. Just because, you know, sometimes you just got to give it a little shake up here. Vince Dunn is not really a demotion for Vince Dunn. I know he is dropping to the second line, but I see it more as just a little bit of a shake up. Just separate our 2 top guys, see if they can help out the other guys. Although I will say, Alexiak and Larson had great plus minus, so we can always go back to them. They are very steady. And the 5th game here will be the second half of the back-to-back up against the San Jose Sharks. So let's see how we do in these 5 games. I want 3 wins. There's 1 against the Kings. There's 2 against the Ducks. Nice. There's a loss to the Ducks, followed by a loss to the San Jose Sharks. Okay, so we're 500 in these 4 games here. Give me a win against this San Jose team. They are 11-13-2. We are 14-10-0. Are they in our division? Yes, they are. They're actually fighting for a wild card spot, kind of, which is pretty interesting. So here we go, San Jose. This is a decently important game here. Let's get a win. Let's go 15-10-0. I would love that. So here we are. First period, that's going to be 0-0. Shots are even. Okay. Second period now, it's 1-0 for us. It's Eli Tolvanen on the power play on Vitek Vanacek. Now, third period just starts, and of course, the former original Kraken, Alexander Wenberg, scores on Philip Grubauer, but Grubauer is playing a great game. But Ty Dellandrea then gets his second gets a second goal for the San Jose to get a 1-goal lead. Seattle, oh my gosh, Macklin Celebrini scores, and that means we have lost this one 3-1 to the San Jose Sharks. It started off so strong, and then sadly we fell to 32 saves from Vitek Vanacek. I mean, what can you do? Sometimes you get goalied, right? Team Canada knows that better than anybody. Oh my gosh, Team Canada. Wow. Anyways, let's continue. I'm going to switch back to the other lines because those lines, we went 2 and 3. That's not conducive to a playoff spot, so let's go back. I will say, though, Bjorkstrand had 5 points in those 5 games, so maybe we keep him there. How is the second line doing now? Kako was a plus player. Okay, hang on. So the forward lines might have been the thing. And then defensively, Alexiak was a plus 10. Vince Dunn did go up in his plus minus, but the first line did not do fantastic. So let's go back to these guys. Give me that plus 5 so I have a 93 overall on my first line. Thank you very much. And these guys, yeah, they are not doing great. But again, I can't really make any changes because we are so close to that salary cap. Give me Philip Grubauer for the next game too, please. I want to see him play a little bit more. All right, so here we go. We have a 4-game road trip. Let's get 2 wins in these 4 games, please. We got to stay at that 500 mark. So Carolina, that's a Coachella Valley player. Carolina, that's going to be a 7-6 win. I'll take it. Grubauer allows 6, but we get the win. So whatever, a win is a win. Then a 5-1 win, followed by a 3-2 loss. Okay, but we do have our 2 wins so far out of these 4. And then the Rangers, that's a 4-1 win. 3-1 in our last 4 games here, gents. And we are the first place in our division, although Edmonton do have 2 games in hand, and they're only 1 point behind us. Let's continue. That's a great pace to set. Now we have a 4-game home streak. Can we win 3 straight here? Or can we win, I basically meant, can we win 3 out of these 4 games at home? That's a win. Okay, shootout loss, I'll take it. That's a point at least. To give me Tampa, that's a loss. No, no, no. Give me a win against Ottawa here. Give me a win. We need a win. Ottawa's not a great team. Actually, they've turned it around, and it's a loss. Oh, dang it, man. Okay, so in our last 8, we go 4-3-1. So we're basically exactly 500 in our last 8, which is not ideal, especially because these teams now have games in hand against us, and we are barely hanging on to the divisional spot. Okay, so we have 8 more games to play in this video. We have another 4-game road trip here against Chicago, Vegas, Colorado, and Vancouver. Let's get some wins. There's a shootout loss to Chicago. Come on, boys. A loss to Vegas. That's a bad loss to have, but we beat Colorado. Okay, we'll take it. Vancouver, this is a big game here. Vancouver, that is a 3-0 loss. Oh my goodness, man. And we go 1-2-1 on that road trip, which still has us in a divisional spot somehow. Although it's getting a little bit too close for my liking. The Canucks do have 2 games in hand, and they're only 1 point away. The Utah Hockey Club have 2 games in hand, and they're only 3 points away. I'm not liking how this trajectory has fallen. So you know what? To break the cycle, we got to go in, and these are 2 big games actually against Utah and Vancouver. These are huge games. Actually, this game against Edmonton's a pretty big game as well. So the next 3 games are all very important. So you know what? I'm going to jump in and simulate this Utah game here. They are 18-16-1. It's a big game. They are in the divisional spot in the Central. So let's go. First period, 2-1 for Utah. Don't like that. Jaden Schwartz gets us back in the game. 2 minutes left, though. Maybe momentum is in our favor. Second period. Come on here. Still 2-1 for Utah. Let's get some goals. We are one of the highest scoring teams in the league, I believe. So let's show it here tonight. And it's Barrett Hayton who's going to score. Make this a 3-1 game, and all of a sudden I'm getting a little bit nervous. I mean, you know, it's definitely not panic button time. Vince Dunn scores on Connor Ingram, but we can be a little, can we get it? Oh, come on, boys. 3 stars of the night are Connor Ingram, Jaden Schwartz, and Capo Caco to Seattle Kraken, and yet we lost the game. Makes sense to me. Yeah, now we are in the wild card spot, and it looks like, I mean, the wild card spot is tight. It's a tight race as well. What are we? We're 3 points ahead of the Kings, so that looks decent. We are actually behind Utah, so we're in the second wild card spot. The Predators are only 2 points behind us, or sorry, 1 point behind us. Yeah, man, this is a really, really tight race here. Okay, Vancouver is a really important game. Of course, they are in a division, so are the Oilers right after them. Let's make some line changes. Okay, crazy to see this. Matthew Beniers is now an 87 overall. You know, he's only +1. I'm going to drop, you know what? I'm going to drop Jordan Eberle. How is Bjorkstrand done? He has 28 points in 38 games. Okay, so I feel like he's kind of hasn't really done that much. Kako has grown now to 83 overall, +1. 26 points in 38 games. He's playing better on this third line, I'm pretty sure, than he was on the second. Okay, let's go. Let's put Yanni Gourde up. Yanni Gourde has, 19 points in 38 games. He's a +10. Lovely. Bjorkstrand can stay there. How is Kirche doing? He has a +10. He only has 8 points, but he is a +10, which is pretty crazy. So this first line, Eberle, Bjorkstrand. Do we go like Kako on the first line? Eberle drops to the third line? Do something, is that too crazy? Oh man, that might be a little too crazy. Okay, we switched Yanni Gourde. What if we put a Burakovsky here on this third line? So we go like kind of like full overall sort of a thing. Now defensively, see, these guys are not working defensively. I need to change them. We'll go back with this. And then Josh Mahura and Riker Evans has grown to an 80 overall now, even though he's a -6. Yikes, that's a little scary. Grubauer is going to play this game. He is 500, but he has that 916 save percentage. Okay, these are going to be the lines. Yeah, see, Eberle is really bringing down this first line. He only has 22 points. So, man, I don't know. I don't know what to do, though. For. So we'll keep it for now, but Eberle, your days are numbered on that first line. All right, boys, this is a big game against the Canucks. We need a win. We are 3-5-2 on our last 10. The Canucks are 6-4-0 in their last 10. We lost the first game that we played to them 3-0. Let's try to find a win here. We are probably facing Thatcher Demko, which is a little bit unfortunate. Here we go. First period. Let's get some goals on the board early. First period, it's 1-0 for Vancouver. It's JT Miller scoring on Grubauer. Let's lock in, guys. We need some offense. Here we go. Second period, 2-1. Brock Besser, Jared McCann gets one. I need these lines to come through. Third line, Jared McCann with his second of the night. He ties things up. This is a one-man effort. Burakovsky, there we go. Third line pitches in with some offense. I called on them, and they delivered. We need to kill this off. 5-on-3. The refs are giving it to them. What the heck is this? Come on, boys. This is huge. This is huge. 5 minutes remain. Oh no, another power play to Vancouver and another kill from the Seattle Kraken. That is huge. And Grubauer has earned himself another start. 34 saves on the night for him. He's got to be the first star. I would also take Jared McCann with 2 goals, but it's Vince Dunn with 3 assists who's the first star. Fair enough. Great play from Grubauer, and that's a big win for us, you know, especially for our confidence here competing with teams like Vancouver, of course. So to win that game, that is a big, big win. And I'm not doing that trade. And then next game is up against the Edmonton Oilers. I will go in and I will make the change so that Grubauer is in the net. Okay, so Grubauer is starting here. We're playing Stuart Skinner and the Edmonton Oilers. They are 5-5-0 in their last 10. We are 3-5-2. Let's get a win here on the board. This would be a big win if we take a look at the divisions here. The Oilers, they are 1 point ahead of us, so a win here would really shake things up in our division. This is a big game. Let's get it. Edmonton, oh my gosh. This is a huge, huge game. Come on, boys. First period, 2-0 for the Oilers. It's Adam Henrique and Connor McDavid scoring despite us outshooting them by 10. Oh my gosh, Grubauer has faltered. Come on, lock in, boys. Here we go. Second period now, 3-0. Oh my god. What a disaster, second period. What a disaster. Third period is underway. They're getting a bunch of power play opportunities. Stuart Skinner is shutting the door on us. Oh my goodness, that's a rough game to lose. But at least we did beat the Vancouver Canucks. So, man, I don't know. Let's just end this one. 6-0. Okay, Grubauer is out of the net for the next one. 3 stars of the night are Skinner, Nugent Hopkins, and Connor McDavid. Man, that's tough. That is very, very tough. So next game is up against the New Jersey Devils here. Our last 10 are 2-6-2. Oh my god, that's brutal. That is so brutal. Okay, we are in the second wildcard spot still. And I'm not really liking how this is going so far. Okay, but this is going to be the last game of the video, so we do have to simulate in the slow sim, even though the slow sim has not been kind to us. The Devils are a very strong team. Let's get it here. Maybe if we watch the period, our luck will be different. Shots are even, and Timo Meier is going to instantly score on Joey Daccord. Okay, less than 4 minutes into the game. Power play opportunity for Seattle. Can we get anything? No, we cannot. That is just so typical. Now New Jersey on the power play. They have a very strong one, most likely. We kill it off. And the shots look pretty even, but the score is in the New Jersey Devils' favor. Second period is underway. Only 1 goal allowed in that first period. Where's the offense? Where is the offense? This is a very bad sight. Power play. Come on, boys. Oh my gosh, that's bad. That is bad. We have no offense whatsoever. None. Nada. Jacob Markstrom is just locking us down. 1-0 game. Come on, Joey Daccord has given us a gem right now. Find the offense. Let's go. Jared McCann, Matty Beniers, Burakovsky, Bjorkstrand. Find the offense. Let's go, boys. Come on. Third period. Now, Jack Hughes scores. You can't keep him off the board for that long, man. I mean, they're going to find the back of the net every once in a while. It's Jack Hughes out there. Power play now. And we are just shooting ourselves in the foot here. Eric Howla scores 3-0. And for the second consecutive game, the Seattle Kraken have been shut out. We've gone 120 minutes without a goal. This is a real good time to end things because we're in trouble here. You know, we are in a wild card spot. I believe, yeah, we're still in a wild card spot. But oh my goodness, these losses, man. We have not scored a goal in 120 minutes. So let's try to find that back in the net in the next one. But that will be the next video, of course. So real quick, I am just going to show you guys the trade blocks. And actually, wait, let's go through the stats first. Let's go through the stats first. So we are 20-19-2. We are below 500 if you don't count, you know, we're 20 and 21. We have 3.17 goals for per game. That's fourth in our division. And where does it put us in the league? That's 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13th best in the league. Okay, so it's pretty, we're in the top half of the league. I'll take it. But goals against 3.12. This must be one of the worst here. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, we're tied for 13th with Toronto. So we have the 13th best goals for per game, but we have the 13th worst goals against per game. Not loving that. Now, where's our power play? Only 17% power play. I swear I looked at it and it was 20% about, you know, halfway through this video. So that's not great. Although it is the 12th best power play, so it looks like the power plays are not fantastic so far in this league. The highest power play is 22%, and of course it's the Winnipeg Jets, those rascals. Now, penalty kills are super high around the league. Ours is probably not that high, but it is actually the 13th best, 84%, almost 85%. So the penalty kill is great. Power play needs some work. We are 2-7-1 in our last 10, which is not good, obviously. And we are 17th place overall in the entire league. But we do have that wild card spot thanks to a weaker Western division. Ottawa is getting, you know, that's tough for them. Now, the lower teams here, if we want to see who's going to be getting these high picks, it's teams like Winnipeg. What? Winnipeg is 15, 23, and 4. Wow. Anaheim, Calgary, St. Louis Blues. Okay, this is really weird. Pittsburgh's all the way down here. Washington's all the way down here as well. Oh my gosh, EA has it out for these teams. But now, guys on our team who are doing well. Jared McCann is playing great. Matt Beniers is playing great. Oliver Bjorkstrand is playing quite strong. The first line now is not a plus anymore, so we have to work on that. The second line, -7 for Chandler Stevenson. Kaapo Kakko is down to a 0 on the third line. Brennan Montour is a -7. Jordan Eberle is a +1. Eli Tolvanen's a -8. So the second line is really hurting us a lot here. Adam Larson, 19 points, +23 though. Adam Larson and Jamie Alexiak together was dynamite. Shane Wright, 19 points. So Shane Wright's turned it around. Sorry, 18 points for Shane Wright. He's turned it around quite a lot since the halfway point of the video. Vince Dunn only with 18. And then 16 from Burakovsky, and then it really falls off. But Ty Karche is still a +10. Jimmy Alexiak is a +14. Okay, maybe I throw Brendan Tanev in there, get some little bit of different legs in the lineup. I'm not sure. Joey Daccord is 15, 15, and 1, 905 save percentage, 3.09 goals against average. Grubauer is right there with him, 5, 4, and 1, 910 save percentage, 3.14. So I don't know, man. I don't know what the problem is here. It feels like our scoring is the problem. Actually, I think it's our defense. We're allowing way too many goals. That's what the problem is. Around the league now, Austin Matthews with 62 points, David Pastrnak with 58, Jack Eichel with 56, Nathan McKinnon with 53, Kaprizov with 52, Hurdle with 51, Stone with 51, Wyatt Johnston with 50. What a season from Wyatt Johnston. Wow. Mitch Marner 49, Panarin 48, Draisaitl 48, Boldy. My gosh, so many above point per game players, which I love to see. Connor McDavid, of course, only with 47 points, even though, of course, he's going to score like 150 in the real world. Connor Bedard in his second season with 46. Kucherov with 46 and 34. Kucherov is playing like himself. That's great. Top goal scorers in the league is David Pastrnak at 32, Jack Eichel at 30, Connor Bedard at 29. That's crazy. Nathan McKinnon at 27. Those are your top 4 goal scorers in the league. And now looking at defensemen, who's going to win the Norris? Charlie McAvoy at 39, Brent Burns at 38, Cale Makar at 38, but he only has 27 games played. Wow. This guy has 38 points in 27 games. Cale Makar is a tank in the EA simulation. Oh my god. Quinn Hughes with 37 and 40, Adam Fox with 36, Victor Hedman with 34, Devon Taves with 34, Dougie Hamilton, and Alex Pietrangelo. Now looking at goalies, are there any goalies lighting it up? Vasilevsky with 25 wins and 913 save percentage. Igor Shesterkin 24 wins and 925 save percentage. Jacob Markstrom has a 917 save percentage. Anybody else? Yeah, Frederick Anderson down here in Carolina has a 927. Crazy stuff. Bobrovsky with a 919. Mackenzie Blackwood, Connor Ingram. My gosh, there's quite a few good goalies actually. And rookie skaters, Macklin Celebrini with 25 points in 43 games. And then we go into Maxim Siplikov with 15 points in 40 games. Maverick Bourque with 15 and 39. Will Smith has 12 in 17. It looks like he got injured for a while. Matvei Michkov, 12 and 41. And then Cutter Gauthier with 9 in 22. Those are your rookies around the league. Any rookie goaltenders? Yaroslav Askarov is not doing fantastic. Dustin Wolf isn't doing great either. But Justus Anunen does have a 929 save percentage, 2.33 goals against average. Looks like Macklin Celebrini has the Calder locked up. Okay, guys, last but not least, we will go around the entire league, take a look at the trade blocks around the league, because we need to find out who is on the block so we can see what we can get. We need some defense at the absolute minimum, right? Our defense is struggling big time. So let's try to find something to help us out defensively. Here's Connor Clifton, a right-handed defenseman, could play third pair for us. He is a -7 though, so not great. Calgary now, nothing. Carolina, nothing. Chicago, nothing. Colorado, they do have Lehkonen on the block. Probably don't want to touch that contract in this universe. Columbus, nada. Dallas, nothing. Detroit, oh my goodness, man. They just have forwards on the block. Maybe a guy like a Tyler Mott could help, but again, he's not going to make a big difference to us. Edmonton, they do have Adam Henrique on the block. Florida, no. LA, they have Phil Danault. Trevor Moore, Warren Fogle still. So all the guys that we saw in the other video still here on the block in LA. Sorry, I hit the wrong button. Didn't mean to watch list Danault. Now Minnesota, they do have Jared Spurgeon here in Minnesota. So we could try to get Jared Spurgeon. He has 22 points in 37 games. He's a +9. He's playing 20 minutes a night. He has great defensive awareness, pretty decent offensive awareness as well. He's only 5'9". He's a right-handed defenseman. He's too good to play third pair, so he would have to play second pair. But the problem is our second pair is already great with Alexiak and Larson. It's just our first pair is not really getting it done with Vince Dunn and Brennan Montour, unfortunately. So, but of course, those two guys are way too good to play third line. So it's a tough decision here. It's a really tough decision. Montreal, they have Brendan Gallagher, Josh Anderson, Jake Evans. Yeah, okay, all these guys. But again, nothing really too enticing. Nashville, no. New Jersey, no. The Islanders, no. The Rangers, no. The Sens, the Flyers here. Kevin Shattenkirk is on the Flyers, and he has not played a single game this year, but he is an offensive defenseman, so he's not going to really help us out defensively. We do have Eric Johnson, who is playing top line minutes for them, +11, 16 points. Eric Johnson, hello. Hello, EJ. He does have pretty high trade value, though, I will say. Rasmus Ristolainen, though, I don't want to touch that contract. Eric Johnson could be something for sure. Then Pittsburgh, they have Bunting. They have Marcus Pettersson on the block here in Pittsburgh. A lefty. He could play third pair for us. He's a -11, though. That's kind of tough. But he is a defensive defenseman. That could be... Maybe we could go with him. Matt Grzelcyk is also here, -5. Yeah, but Pittsburgh's not a great team, so let's remember that. San Jose, they have nothing. St. Louis, they have Ryan Suter, who has not played a single game. Ryan Suter could really help us out, get some veteran presence in there. I believe he's the oldest guy in the league. It might be Marc-Andre Fleury. I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, he could really help us out. Can't really skate, but he always makes the smart play, you know? Always makes the smart play. So Ryan Suter's interesting. Tampa Bay, nothing. Toronto, they do have Simon Benoit. -2, yeah, but other than that, not really interested. Max Pacioretty, how is he doing? Yeah, of course, this guy scores. He always scores in the EA simulation, and he's on the block. So we want to up our scoring. Throw him on the third line with Kako. Yay, watch some magic happen, maybe. Utah, nah. Vancouver, nope. Vegas, they do have Braden McNabb still on the block here. He's a +3, 10 points, 40 games played. Playing third line time for them as well. And he has great defensive stats. 4-star defense, 87 awareness, 93 shot blocking, 89 stick checking. Great defensive stats for Braden McNabb. He is also 6'4". That's always nice to see a big guy on the defensive side of the puck. Kind of love that, actually. They do also still have Ben Hutton here, +3. He's only playing 9 minutes a night. He's only played 6 games, so he's barely getting in there. He could maybe help us out. Washington now, they do have Matt Waugh on the block here, -9, only 5 points. He's playing third line time. He does have decent stats as well, but I think I would prefer, what's his name? I forgot who it was. Braden McNabb. I think I would prefer Braden McNabb over Matt Waugh. They do have Trevor Van Riemsdyk also, who is not playing any time. He does have decent stats, but he's 2 years left at 3 mil, so maybe not. And then over here in Winnipeg, just some prospects. So that's what the block looks like, boys. Let me know, who do you think makes the most sense for us? You know, I'm thinking defense for sure, but we could also go out to like a team like LA and maybe look to make a big move with like a Phil Danault on the roster. 3 years left at 5 mil. We would have to give up a big piece, of course. We would have to give up somebody like I don't even know. Maybe, who would they even want? They don't really want that many pieces, huh? We're not giving up Berkeley Catton. He hasn't grown yet from 71, which is unfortunate. But we'd have to give them another forward who's making a decent amount of money. Somebody like Andre Burakovsky. Somebody like, yeah, I guess it would have to be pretty much an Andre Burakovsky type of player to make the trade values work, right? So Burakovsky for Danault, and then we'd also probably have to throw in a pick or something like that. We could get it done, but it would be tight for sure. But let me know what you guys think is the best play there on the trade block. And I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Episode 1, the first time of simulation. And we started off super strong. And then we faltered there towards the end of the video. We are currently in the second wild card, having 41 games played. We are still in reach of teams like the Canucks and the Oilers, who only are one game in hand on us, but they're only 3 points ahead. So we can definitely catch them if we catch fire at the right time. But other than that, boys, I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out, everybody.